We are going to solve systems of inequalities. So let's review how we graph inequalities. So this is less than and greater than, so we are going to have a dashed line. But when it has the or equal to symbol with it, it's going to be a solid line. And then our shading, if it's less than, so remember less than, if you can use your left hand to make an L, like this. This looks like a left hand, the L. That's a less than. Less than means we're going to shade below the line. Then greater than equal to is going to be above. Greater than means above. And whenever you graph systems of inequalities, we're going to have two lines and two different shadings. So where the overlap is, that'll be our solution. All points in the shaded region and points on a solid line. So with systems, it's going to be the overlap shading. It's going to be where the two lines, it's kind of like your double shading. It's shaded for one and it's shaded in that area for the other. So it's kind of like a double shading. It's where you overlap. Kind of like a Venn diagram. Do y'all remember Venn diagrams? Where you had this and the overlap was what they had in common. So it's kind of the same thing. It's going to be where it's shaded on both. It's in both solutions. So that's just an example where the Venn diagram is. So we're going to do some examples together. So let's start with example 1. Y is less than or equal to 4x plus 4. So our m is 4. That is our m. And b is 4 also. Or equal to. This symbol, less than or equal to, means it's going to be solid. Less than means we're going to shade below. So we're going to start with this one. So when we graph, we start with our y-intercept. So I'm going to label my x and y-axis. Get in the habit of that. It's usually already labeled for us, but if it's not, you know which one's which. X is this one, y is this. So we're going to start with our b. So go to 4 on your y-axis. And we need a slope. Slope is 4, but that really means 4 over 1. So we're going to rise 4 and run 1, up and right. So put your pencil on your y-intercept. Count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. That's where you put your spot, your dot. Okay, I can't go up 4 over 1 again, so go back down to your y-intercept and do the complete opposite. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Plot all your pretty points. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Down 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. Get some kind of straight edge, your journal, your calculator, or that colored paper I gave you. And you're going to draw yourself a solid line. So it says we are going to shade below. So the best way to know which way is below is go to your y-intercept and then go below it on the y-axis. That would be anywhere down here. You're going to shade. So because we want to be able to see our double shading, only shade in one direction for each line. So I'm going to shade like this. You can shade sideways, whatever way you want. So I'm shading mine up and down vertically. And it's basically just a couple of lines. Several lines, I guess I should say. Okay, now let's do the other one. Y is greater than -4 plus x. So this one's not an mx plus b, but it is because it would be a positive x minus 4. These are the same thing. Make sure you keep the sign with it. Just know that your slope is the number in front of x. So what's the slope on this one? 1. And what's your y-intercept? -4. Okay, is it going to be solid or dashed? The symbol, it doesn't have or equal to, so it's going to be dashed. And it's a greater than symbol. If you need to look back at the other page, you can. Greater than means above. These both have positive slopes. Okay, let's start with our y-intercept. So we're going to go down to -4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And then our slope is 1, but what that really means is 1 over 1. So up 1, right 1. So go ahead and do that. Up 1, right 1. Graph all your pretty points. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. Now do down 1, left 1. Down 1, left 1. Down 1, left 1. Now, look back up here. It says it's going to be a dashed line. So, get your straight edge. Do a dashed line. Make sure you extend the whole graph. Put arrows on it. And now we're going to shade above. So go to your y-intercept. And then you want to move above it. So it's anywhere up here. So you're looking at, mine is red. And I'm going to do a different kind of shading. The first shading, I went straight up and down. So this shading, I'm going to go across like this. So the whole graph is almost all shaded, but you're looking for the overlap. Anywhere in here is our solution. Anywhere in that double shaded area is the solution. So this is a single shade, this is a single shade, but right in here is our solution. If you want to darken that, you can. Or if you want to leave it just like it is, you can. Do y'all remember these points from last week? we're looking to see if any of these points are part of the solution, which means it's in the double shaded. So let's go to 2, 4. It's kind of hard to see, huh? 2, 4 is right there. That is part of the solution. Zero, 0. That's part of the solution. -1, 7. So that means I'm going to go over 1 to the left and up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's in the red shading, or the second one, but it's not in the other one. So that is not a solution. And then -3, -5. -1, 2, 3, -1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is not in the solution either. All right, let's graph this in the calculator. So clear out the memory on your calculator. Second plus 7, 1, 2. And we're going to graph both of these. If you don't have a calculator, go grab one. Let's go to y equals. We're going to put in the first one, 4x plus 4. But we need to change the shading. Since this is below, we're going to pick that below triangle. So push enter on Y1. Go down to line. Arrow over till you get that below triangle. This is your below triangle. That means it's shading below. It's less than. Then go down and push OK. Then go to Y2 and we're going to put in -4 plus x, or you could put in the one that we did, the x minus 4. They should be the same. And then go over, change the line. This one's supposed to be above, so pick the above triangle. Go down and push OK. Now when you hit graph, you should see your double shading. See where the solution is? It's where, it's almost like purple, right? Because we got blue, we got red, the mix of them makes purple. All right, go ahead and do the next one. Our slope would be -1, right? Our y-intercept is 1. It's going to be solid or dashed. Look at the symbol. It has that extra line, so it's solid. It's greater than, so it is above. So start at your y-intercept. So this is x, this is y. We're going to start at your y-intercept of 1. Then do your slope of down 1, right 1, down 1, right 1. Make your solid line and shade above it. Think about shading above as going above the y-intercept. Look how I shaded it. Make sure you shaded it the same way. Don't get crazy with your shading. Just do a little happy shading. Go to your second line. We're going to start with our y-intercept of 7. So up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then do your slope of down 1, right 3. Down 1, right 1, 2, 3. Down 1, right 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. Up 1 over 1, 2, 3. So it kind of looks like that. They're both negative slopes. What kind of line are we going to draw? Yep, it's going to be dashed. Then how are we going to shade this? What does that symbol tell us? Below. So I'm going to do mine like that. Clean up the edges a little bit. Okay, do you see where your solution is? It's in that double shaded region. I do want to check my answer real quick. I'm going to clear on Y1 and Y2. When you hit clear, it'll clear out the shading also. So go to Y equals. We're going to put in negative x plus 1. Go to the left side. This needs to be shaded above. So pick the above triangle. Push OK. The other one's going to be shaded below. Pick the below triangle. Remember, to get our fraction, do alpha y equals negative 1 over 3 x plus 7. Hit graph. Make sure it looks the same, and it does, so that's good. Okay, so we just need to find which points are part of the solution. So 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's good. Okay, 2, 4 works. 0, 0 doesn't, though, because that's right here. It's right outside the blue one. Okay, negative 1, 7. Negative 1 up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What do y'all think? I think it's in the area. Negative 1, 7. Because it's right equal to that one, and we know it's above, so that's good. What about negative 3 and negative 5? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no. All right, you're going to glue this in, and you're going to work on that worksheet.